Hello everyone and welcome back to episode 14. I'm actually got this one right this time. Episode 14 of Valkyrie Flight. Glad to join us. Unfortunately we don't have our doctor here with us. Our doctor has had to take some medical leave temporarily. Let's introduce the characters that we do have. Let's start off with the captain.
Hi there, I'm Ad Khan, who's playing Captain Tato Chesko, and I have many different projects that I'll be hyping up at a later time.
And let's go with our security officer / tactical.
Phoenix Blue here, playing Lieutenant Commander Safan. No projects, I'm just going to be shooting things tonight.
And what about our... let's go in science officer tonight first, this time.
I'm Book for me, and I am here as Lieutenant Commander Zhar.
And finally, but definitely not least, our chief engineering officer.
Hi, I'm Sir Boulevard, and I'm playing Lieutenant Commander Misaka, who doesn't have any projects, but he is projecting.
Yes, Let's just dive right into it. Last episode we left off in a bit of a cliffhanger. Safan and Thesarath and a couple of security officers that had been down with them found a wooden hut with some kind of one of the crystal capacitors that they've discovered actually being in drawing in energy from some reason. So they've rolled and discovered that. So I will ask if Lieutenant Thesarath has any additional questions they want to ask.
I don't remember. Did I get any life signs from the hut?
You didn't detect any with the initial scan.
Okay. Then nope. I will just begin backing up and telling everyone to move back.
Okay, yeah, I'm not going to argue with when the science officer says move back, you move back. We'll have the team kind of fan out, though, here.
Yep. Just, yeah. So there, you're... And the grid's there, but it's you're fed, say, what, about 50 feet, or how far away from the hut you want to be?
50 feet seems good, yeah.
Yep. All right. So,
is there like a rock I can get behind or something?
There's, small rocks. Actually, can everyone do a insight security check to see if you can find some decent cover? I mean, there are some trees, but whether or not there'll be decent cover will determine on your roll.
Can I use my survival focus?
Survival focus will apply. It'll be a difficulty 2.
About observation.
Observation will also work.
Okay, I'm going to take a momentum here, if that's all right.
Okay.
Go for it.
Okay.
Meanwhile, Ted and Misaka are getting behind chairs.
Yikes!
Okay. Safan finds some really good rocks, but Thesarath, your section doesn't really have anything in it, and Safan's only really can hide himself. So even the other security officers, there's only room for one person hiding behind the rock.
I'll motion to Thesarath to get behind the rock, and I'll just kind of do the best I can, but it's more important for them to have cover.
I will move over.
Okay, so Safan, you do not have cover anymore.
Right.
It's nothing has happened yet. It's just all like this tense situation. So I'm not sure what you guys want to do from here. Why don't you tell me?
Commander Thazar, or Lieutenant Commander Thazaris to Valkyrie.
Come in, Thesaurus. What's going on down there?
We discovered a hut, and it seems that there might be another discharge incoming.
Understood. Captain, we got another discharge possibly incoming.
Okay, is that going to affect us up on the ship?
I think I have to roll for that.
Yeah.
I'm asking out of character right now.
Out of character. Let's do a roll. Make it a difficulty. No, make it. It'll be a difficulty one. Let's say. Who's going to be doing the roll?
Depends on what it is.
Yes.
It'll be an insight. Science or engineering.
Okay, I got this.
Yeah, go for it.
Would my EPS focus apply here because this might affect our power systems?
This is. No, I'm gonna say no because this is more of a range. What kind of electromagnetic burst? What the range of this EMP will be?
Okay. Rolling. Bam.
1.
Does the ship assist?
The ship does assist.
Go for it.
What are we rolling
So
for the
that'll
ship?
be sensors science for the ship.
All right, I got this. Unless someone else wants it.
No,
Go
you
for
got
it.
Whew. Okay.
Woo!
Yeah, you get 2 momentum.
Thank you, Val.
Thank you.
You're pretty sure you're going to be safe. The discharge is at best going to be kilometers. Worst case going to be kilometers, and you're well and truly out past that range in the ship.
Okay, I'm regurgitating that information to the captain and the away team.
Is it possible for us to beam them out then?
Possibly. We would have to hurry.
Well, let's get it done. I don't want the people hit by that thing.
Mazaka to Kachara. Beam the away team up immediately.
So, can you define away team? Is this just
Everyone, we've sit down there personally.
Okay.
And anyone else who might be caught in the blast.
Life forms. We're scanning for life forms.
So,
I don't think the other ship or the people on the planet are considered part of the away team.
no. Okay, so just all the Valkyrie stuff at this point.
Starting with, yes.
Yeah. I'm gonna make this a difficulty 3 control engineering.
Okay.
For the number
my
of people and just how they're in 2 different sections.
Okay, so first, I'm assuming my transporter's focus for Kachara applies.
Yes.
And I'm going to spend 3 momentum for 2 dice on this one.
Go for it.
Okay.
Yeah. When it comes to transporters, you don't half-ass it.
No.
Actually,
No, because if you do, you end up with half an ass.
too late. Okay. So you get 2 momentum back. Just
Nice.
Oh, wait, ship has to roll too because it's
Yep.
transporter. See if we get more
Yes.
momentum.
Or a
so
complicated.
that'll be census engineering for the transporter.
Census engineering, I got it.
You whole ass one thing.
One more momentum.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you. Finally rolling well.
So everyone beams up. The doctor and the Roxon. Are you going to include the doctor's patient in that, or just?
Yeah. Yes, hang on one second. I would like to spend 2 momentum to create an advantage and get the rest of them out with this roll.
Rest of the all the
All the people.
all the people.
All the
using the
people.
cargo transporters, the troop transports, everything.
Okay, so
Yeah.
so you're using the Valkyrie. You're basically tying all the systems in together, and assigning. You're basically just tying all the systems in and assigning targets for each of the systems and using them to coordinatedly beam everyone out at once.
Yep. Everyone shows up in the troop transporters.
Okay. So I am going to spend some threat and
No.
to create a complication. Dr. Zhar is going to be suffering from the is also going to be knocked out as she's beamed up.
Oh, does it go off right then and then it kind of hits her, the shockwave?
It's sort of like no, the shockwave is like the shockwave hasn't even gone off. This is as she beams as she's beamed out, she is affected by whatever is affecting the other patients at this point.
Let's see.
So as they're all in the same like transporter buffer and become energy and all that, the spark that's been jumping between various parts of the body actually also like is also now in her.
Fantastic.
Well, sounds like we need to do some quarantining.
All right, yellow alert.
Basically. Like, if she goes down because she got a sickness through the transporter buffer, yeah, no.
Yeah, that's a quarantining.
That is a big old quarantining. That's not great. Oh, God. Okay, did we get our people out?
Yeah,
we
so
got everyone.
you got everyone out. You got all the Valkyrie crew. You've got all 191 patients, including the joint trill, and you're receiving a call from the USS Nomad.
Yeah, on screen.
Captain, do you mind telling me what just happened? Why did you beam everyone off the planet?
We had a bit of an emergency. Apparently there's going to be another pulse imminently, so we decided to take precautions and remove everyone from the blast radius.
Very well. I will order my forces to return as well. Would you like Dr. Tran to beam over there to assist?
Actually, I'm not sure that's a good idea. We've just had an alert. Apparently, there is some sort of cross-contamination through the transporters. Until we're certain that there's not anything's going to happen, we're going to have to lock the Valkyrie down.
Oh well, I'm sorry to hear that, but
You're
acknowledge.
also going to want to check your people when they come back from the planet.
All right. So they were just in your transporter beams.
It seems like, yeah. We'll get some more information, and we'll inform you of it as soon as we can. But as for the time being, until we know more, we're going to have to place the Valkyrie on quarantine.
All right. I will just see what I can with my own people. Thank you, Valkyrie.
Sounds good, Nomad. Valkyrie out.
All right. So for now,
I'd like to. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. Just for now, Dr. Tran is just checking for any signs of contamination with his own team. Not finding anything. They also beam up. There is the pulse hasn't really happened yet.
I'm going to turn over to my chief engineer and ask him to find out what the hell happened with the transporters.
I'll find out. Captain, I'd also like to, if possible, I doubt that this transference can be transferred through our ship's technology. I would like to confab with our chief science officer and our executive officer.
Yeah, get it done.
Thank you. I'm gonna go check the biofilters to see if it's broken.
or if it somehow got through it.
Yeah.
Seeing the doctor's condition, Stefan is going to say, Kalani, and break out a tricorder and start running a medical scan.
All right, let's do insight medicine for Stefan.
Insight or reason?
No reason. I will accept reason as well.
Okay. And yeah, I don't think any of my focuses are going to apply here.
You've got observation. I will sort of allow observation in this case.
You'll allow that? Okay. And I'll take a momentum in that case.
Okay. No, you don't.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Ugh.
I don't know what the difficulty was, but I botched it.
Yeah.
so she's worse now.
The difficulty was going to be 2, but yeah, you
Yeah.
didn't quite.
I mean, I can't imagine her being worse for my having scanned her, but
as you scan, there's like a little bit of electricity arcing from a body that actually gets you. So I'm gonna give you 0 damage. Apparently you
How?
Tickles.
you feel a slight sensation as the arc, but you seem unaffected by it.
curious. Commander Stefan to bridge.
Bridge here. Stefan, what's going on down there?
Dr. Zhar is unconscious, Captain.
Yeah, our quarantine alarm just went off like a fireworks display. I'm sorry to say this, Stefan. I think you're going to have to be locked down to whatever transport debate you're in currently until we can figure out what the heck's going on.
I must concur. However, we might have more resources if we could be beamed directly to sickbay.
The problem is that it's possible, but we have no idea if you'll be infected too.
I am already quarantined. I am therefore willing to take that risk.
I'm not sure if I'm willing to allow it. I'm gonna speak with our whatever the highest ranking medical officer we have on board right now.
Let's. I don't think we've got a supporting character set. Let me just double check.
We do not, as far as I know.
Yeah, science, engineering.
Do we have an EMH?
We probably do.
No, you don't.
No.
Do not have an EMH. Yeah.
Oh wow.
We don't.
That's a ship trait.
We don't have a let's say we've got ensign. That doctor.
Like a nurse or something?
There's still a
Someone-
doctor, but less rank doctor.
Oh, they're what do they call it when doctors go through like a
A resident.
yeah, that's what it is.
Kind of like a resident.
Okay, so yeah, I'm going to speak to this. All right, Doc. What do you think? It's a good idea to transport them over to the to sickbay.
Well,
Oh, sorry. You. Yeah. I would not recommend it. It's clear that we don't. Well, we don't know how. It's clear that transmission was made during the beaming process. I would not recommend. If they're not experiencing symptoms now, then it's unlikely that the transmission has occurred, and so any further beaming will likely transmit this, whatever it is, to more people.
And we still don't know the vector aside from transporting the vector of transmission. See, I know some medical stuff.
I may be able to assist in that regard, Captain.
Roxon
Go on.
was also with the doctor, so maybe she can assist as well.
That's true. Is
Alright.
Rokeson there with them?
Yeah, so Roxon would be with, would have gone with Mzaka as per request. So I'm not sure where if Mzaka would have gone to the lower ranking doctor or.
So he's doing that diagnostic that the captain ordered. Which
Yeah.
I am looking up to see what would be appropriate rule sets for that. So
let's make this extended task. We haven't done an extended task for a while.
okay.
Alrighty.
So for Mzaka, this is going to be control engineering.
Okay.
And for Iris, this is going to be, let's say, reason science. As for the extended task itself, it's going to be, let's make it this is going to be slightly difficult, so it'll be a 4 breakthroughs required, a magnitude of 4. There'll be 15 on the work track.
Okay.
So the first roll will be a difficulty 4 roll.
Okay. Spending 1 momentum, and I have a focus in transporters as well. So
Yep. So that'll apply.
okay. And the ship.
Four.
The ship is gonna assist me because it's a ship roll.
Yeah.
Actually, got this. I got this over here. Actually, for ship roll on this, it will be. Let's see, it's gonna be engineering and sensors,
Yeah.
according to.
Yeah, that'll work.
Want me to roll it?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, roll it.
I'll do Rogson's. So it'll be an assist. She will have collaboration as a focus. So
Fantastic.
it'll be science and reason, which is already selected. So let's roll.
Yep.
And
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so we've got 3 extra momentum from that. So do your engineering plus 2 challenge dice attack, quote unquote.
Okay. So 2 die.
2 plus engineering, whatever that is.
2 plus engineering. Okay, so that's gonna be. Oh, hang on 1 second. Why is it?
Because
What?
you rolled no effects and no
Ye-
damage, apparently?
No, it says no attribute was found.
Oh.
That's
That is a little weird, yeah.
yeah, that's weird. Like I used the actual die roller.
Try that.
There we
Okay,
go.
There we go. So you've done 3 work on the tracks, unless you want to spend momentum to re-roll 4 of the dice. Oh, wait, do
it's
you
one-
have a nick of time? I think you might have nick of time.
Yes, I do.
So
I
that-
do have in the.
Yeah, so that is 6. Then, because effects are basically doubled. In that.
And I am gonna.
You can.
I am gonna spend a momentum to re-roll those die.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, so that's another. So that's 10 all up.
Boom.
Nice.
I'm gonna say that's 2. Is that 2 breakthroughs, or is that should just be 1 breakthrough, unfortunately. But you've
Well,
knocked out.
he did 6, so that's 1 from doing 5 or more.
No, it did a total of 10. Because there's 4 effects, and he's got basically intense 1.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Of that.
Yeah.
But
But 1 from doing 5 or more, and then if he beat the work track, then anything beyond that.
So, but he's still got 5. There's 5 left on the work track, but you only have 1 breakthrough at the moment.
Perfect.
So, next roll is going to be a 3. I'm going to for this one, make I'm gonna say that Rookson has an idea and will needs to test the theory. So she will have focus and do you want to use momentum on this as well?
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, may as well.
So as far as everything else, rolls are the same as last time. So let's see how. Oh,
Oh my goodness.
Oh,
okay. So that's difficulty 3. So
Nice.
already we're getting 2 momentum. So just 1 from Zaka and 1 from the ship.
holy shit. All right, so what was she researching?
So this will be the same role. So control engineering for you and sensors engineering for the ship.
Okay. Do any of my focuses apply here?
Let me just double check. Because it's a transporter, yeah. So that'll apply.
I'm not going to spend momentum on this one. I'm just going to make
No,
it.
because this is just an assist roll, so it's 1
All
dice.
right. 1 die. Yeah, I succeed.
Yep. And ship.
Don, that's you.
That is
Mhm.
me. Stand by 1. And the ship is rolling same as before.
Same as before. Okay, so that's 7 successes. In a difficulty 3, so
Good
you're
lord.
now max up to max momentum. So I will get Rogeson to roll 7 challenge dice again.
Nothing can defeat science.
Okay. Okay, for some reason, yeah, for some reason there's something going wrong, so I'll just
Yeah, just copy and paste the roll
Yeah.
that I put up above there.
I'm gonna do a sample roll in a second to see what the hell's going on, by the way, just a bug test.
Okay, so that is 9 damage because she's got in the nick of time as well.
9
That's another
damage.
breakthrough.
So that's not only another breakthrough from having more than 5 damage, but you've reached the work truck, so that's the second.
Okay, now it's working on me, so
Maybe it just didn't click that. I'm rolling in. There we go.
Oh, roll
Okay.
20.
Okay, that works now, but I don't know.
we have to remember. We have to remember to pre-roll our dice before we play.
That's very true.
Okay, so yeah, so now it's a difficulty 1 roll. You know what? I'm just going to spend. You know what? If everyone's all right in me doing this, if I spend 2 momentum, I'll wipe off the last challenge. Or if you
Go
guys
for
can, just
Go for it. We're maxed out.
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Okay. So you've done it. The idea was that in the dematerialization and the rematerialization in that state between energy and matter, that somehow that the so this was probably even before the the biofilters didn't even, sort of detected it, but it was energy, and they didn't really know what to do with it. It's something strange. But anyway, it was transmission during that first and last step in materialization and dematerialization.
So you said that biofilters were able to detect it, though.
It was they were able to detect an unusual energy, but they weren't able to actually filter it out.
Well, that explains why the quarantine warnings went off.
See, that's the thing. I'm sitting here going, well, at the very least, we know now that we can detect it. I would like to work with Lieutenant Commander Thesaurus to now work on a new filter for our biofilters to filter this out.
I am more than happy to do that.
Sounds like a good idea.
And then afterwards I say we nuke this place from orbit. It's the only way to be sure.
We can't solve all of our problems with
But
explosives.
there's so much to learn from this planet.
Yes, like how to destroy crystals.
I mean, that's actually pretty useful to know in this universe.
It's useful to know with our ability to roll. Okay.
All right, so with that sorted, you know how the so basically what you find out is that there has to be someone who is already inflicted with whatever this malady is in the transport for it to even have a chance to cross. It's not in the filters. It doesn't not in the buffer. There is no residual energy reading in it. It's perfectly fine to transport as long as you're not with someone infected with it.
And it doesn't seem like it's able to transfer from like person to person so far.
As far as the interactions that you have, it doesn't appear to be directly contagious anyway.
That may not be.
There may be other vectors of transmission, but just directly interacting with people who have been affected hasn't caused other people to become sick with it. Because this was pretty much immediate. As soon as Car was infected, she collapsed. So it's pretty clear if someone has been affected by it.
Okay.
Speaking of Dr. Zhar, I would like to. So I know that my tricorder scan didn't go over well, but I would like to check her vitals.
Okay.
Finger to the neck, checking for a pulse, kind of thing.
I'm gonna make this a difficulty 0 roll. Insight medicine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Difficulty 0 and observation focus still or no?
Observation focus will apply.
Okay. One success.
One success.
Yay.
So one momentum. You know enough about biology to point to where like some of the major arteries or just basically see that she's alive. You see slight raising and lowering of her chest. She's breathing, the blood's flowing, but she's out of it.
Okay.
At least you didn't perform the Vulcan death grip. So
yeah.
Go ahead, GM.
I was going to say something, but then I realized that you probably shouldn't know that.
Oh, okay. Well, I would like to, if we now are able to determine, if we are at least able to detect it, and since we're still working on that work track, I'm wondering if we can interlink 2 transporters to finish off this work, the work track. Basically, using the biofilters on the sending side to screen out this contagion, for lack of a better word, and then using the biofilters on the other pad to prevent transference.
So, interlink two systems, one to specifically identify the energy and to like redirect the energy to it, while the other one gets the actual people.
I'm Heisenberging this thing.
Okay.
Have you accounted for the Heisenberg compensator?
I'm compensating for the Heisenberg compensator.
I'm just trying to think, what would that be?
So we know where they are, we don't know how fast they're going?
No, one pad knows where they are, the other knows how fast they're going, we put the data together.
I don't think I should warp. I don't know enough about physics.
That, you know what? Okay, I will let you do that, just because so many damage was rolled, and that task was. I will just make this a single standalone task to actually do the work of linking. Since you've got the idea, so this will be, because this is a non-standard, almost jury rig use of the transporters, so I'm going to make it a difficulty 3 task.
Okay.
Engineering, reason or control, I will let you decide.
Exact same thing for me, so... obviously transporter focus gonna fit here.
So for this, it'll be computers engineering for the Valkyrie.
I am gonna go ahead and spend a die for an extra. Let's spend the momentum for an extra die.
Spend a die for an extra momentum. Wait, what?
Yeah, so just throw a die at Baz.
Do it.
Bring it on.
Oh!
Whew, okay.
Jeez.
Okay, someone do the Valkyrie computer engineering.
This is apparently no
Got it.
longer a problem.
Valkyrie computers engineering.
Don't taunt the dice.
That's true. I take it back.
Okay, so you have one floating momentum. So you've done it. You've linked the systems in. You're pretty sure that it'll act as a filter.
Okay. If we've got a floating momentum, I'm going to use that plus another one to create another advantage. I'm putting a failsafe in this, and just to be sure that if something goes wrong, it will automatically revert them back to the previous pad so that they don't like melt on the pad or something.
Okay.
Nice.
Failsafe has been created.
I think perhaps we can now move the doctor and her patient to sickbay.
Yeah, no, that sounds like a pretty good idea.
So there is the US nomad that is waiting for your waiting for information. Just FYI.
I'm transferring the information of this new biofiltration system. Basically, people are going to have to be beamed up, and then they're going to have to be beamed internally to a different pad to screen out this this ailment.
All right. So once that information, the nomad crew gets working on that. But first, they beam over Dr. Tran, so you can actually. There is a CMO able to assist with whatever. So he will. So where shall he be beamed to?
Sick bay.
Sick bay.
Yes.
All right.
6bay.
So he's beamed to sick bay, and he's informed that you're on your way, and is trying to just get used to like the new sick bay as he like tries to figure out where everything is. All right. So anyway, Dr. Zhar and Ren, the patient, appear and get dragged. Everyone else is like the rest of the Valkyrie medical staff are just keeping an eye on making sure everyone else is stable. They appear to be stable. And Dr. Tran is going to start working on actually Dr. Zhar first. So let's see if he can.
You're the doctor first, yes.
Let's see if he can make any progress. Where did I put him? Is he an NPC? No. I, for some reason, do not have Dr. Tran's stats here, which is lame, but I know them, so I will roll for them. Is it right if he takes this will be quite a difficult task. Is it alright if he takes a momentum?
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah. Let's see if rolling will. So this will be with focus, even though I don't have a character sheet. So I'll just be rolling 3d20, not 32d20. 3.
I mean, if you want to roll 32d20 and just discard any complications, that'd be fine.
Yeah, no, that's cool.
Okay, so there's 3 successes there, which is what was needed. So he is able to, basically what it is he's able to stabilize Dr. Zhar as she stabilized the other patient. So the symbionts are well, but the hosts still are being affected just like anyone else. So they've been able to basically provide as like some sort of protection between, like, preventing the energy discharge from jumping from the host to the symbiont. So that's basically what they've done. So I will pass it back to the rest of you lot. While he's doing that, what else is happening on the Valkyrie?
I'd like to figure out what the hell's going on the planet. What are the energy signatures
Same.
coming from?
So
Yeah.
All right. Let's. I'm going to say as you return a look, the energy still hasn't discharged. Can I get our science officer to do an insight science roll? This will be difficulty 2.
Is there a science officer on the bridge?
Yes.
I wasn't in quarantine, so
Okay, yeah.
And the quarantine's over anyway, since everyone just beamed over and got cleaned. So
All right,
I would like
sounds
to assist on this.
So how would you like to assist on this?
So helping to increase the resolution of the scanners, and also forwarding the information on the incident the Enterprise went through with the Decon crystals to our chief science officer.
All right, so let's. That'll be a reason engineering assist. The Valkyrie will assist with sensors.
and you said this was reason science?
Reasons. I think, did I say inside or reason?
For them, it was reason. For reason science, and then me,
Yeah.
it's reason engineering.
Okay, so I'll just double check the Valkyrie.
Sensor science for the Valkyrie?
It'll be sensor science for the Valkyrie.
All right, may I take a momentum for cautious?
You may.
Momentum reduced. So
Does my observation or analysis focus apply?
I'm going to allow one of them to apply. Doesn't really matter which one.
Yeah, you don't get the.
Jeez,
okay.
Okay, so that was a difficulty 2, wasn't it? So you get up to max and have one free floating momentum. Yeah. So the
Good, I'll use that for a question.
good. So you have two questions. So what you're able to tell? Yes, the crystal is still there and it's still powering up. There does there's energy going into it, but you're not really able to tell just initially like what it yeah when it's going to go off, at least initially.
Okay. My first question is, and I'm happy to make another roll if I need to. Is there a way to kind of do like a time lapse of however long we've been on the planet to now, when exactly the power up started?
Okay, you've been the Valkyrie's been up in orbit long enough for that comparison to occur. This one would have been. I'm just trying to remember. It would have been just before. Would have been about half an hour before you got the distress signal, which was when it would.
Okay. So it wasn't our arrival or our approach that did anything. Then.
No, it was whatever was going on. Well before your like with what you know of the crystal, it's that stage when it was 0 was when it was likely to have basically originally gone off and infected everyone.
Right. Okay, then knowing that, with the free floating momentum, can I then kind of see if it started powering up as soon as the other crystal discharged?
So as far as you know,
like if it's like a cascading effect or something like that.
As far as you know, you don't see any other crystals powering up. This is the only one that does seem to be powering.
I'm saying like when the other one discharged that affected everyone on the planet. Like when that happened, did this one then like activate?
So this one is, from what you could tell, the one that exploded. This crystal is like the origin point of the initial.
Oh, okay. Okay. So this is the problem child on the planet.
Yes.
Okay, got it.
So those are your two questions. If you want to spend more momentum.
I don't know. Anyone else?
I actually want to have Commander Mizaka who's now like kind of going, he wants to do a little research about other crystalline phenomenon to assist our chief science officer. Things like crystalline entities and tholians and crap like that, to see if there's any correlation with other phenomenon.
All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a task roll. So this will be. Let's make it differently 4. Just to collate all this different type of information about all these different types of crystals to try and find some common element to
Okay.
May I assist with this?
I would appreciate it. I'm going to spend a momentum.
Yep.
But I'm also going to use one of my values.
Okay.
Protect the ones you care about with your life, because I am protecting the ship and its crew, and I care about these people, and this thing just fucked with our doctor.
Okay, I will allow that. So, For you, this will be reason engineering, because you're approaching this from an engineering standpoint. The Thesaurus can do a reason science, and the Valkyrie will be doing a
Computer science, perhaps?
Yeah, computer science.
And
Okay.
I'm spending 2 momentum to kill that complicated.
Okay. So we already succeeded, I guess.
No.
You need one more.
No, we did
No,
technically.
Oh,
succeed.
yeah.
But
Good point.
but I will still reason science.
Oh, wait, yes.
Would my analysis thing come into play?
I will allow your analysis thing to come into play. Okay.
Cool.
Nice.
And yeah, 2 momentum to get rid of the complication.
So 4, 6, so that is you're back to where you were. 5. Okay, so for now, as this roll, you've got all this crystalline information and you've processed it, and basically any task dealing with the crystal will be much easier. You'll reduce the difficulty by, I'm going to say 2.
Ooh.
Nice. Makes it worth the difficulty for a roll.
Very nice.
This is all very fascinating.
I just remembered some of the. We had to go over some of this research when I was at Utopia Planitia. Defense against crystalline entities, Tholians, etc.
How did that go?
Well, we haven't seen another one of those entities, so I don't know yet.
Fair.
Can I do a scan of the planet to see if the planet itself is sentient?
So, like, what would you be looking for in that? I'm just trying to, like...
Maybe to see if these crystals are networked together.
Yeah, that's actually good too.
So
Well, I would like to like look for like energy signatures, or if it seems like it has any kind of sapience.
Alright, so what I'm going to say, you're looking for some kind of nervous system. I think that would be a good thing.
That's a good way to put it. Yeah.
Good way to put it.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. Or like neurological like activity, basically.
I'm gonna have Mazaka assist because that could also be an artificial neural pathway, like say an artificial intelligence.
Okay, so this would normally be a 5. So actually, would it be a 5? Actually, would normally be a 4, but I'm spending 2 threat to make it a 5. But with your benefit, I'm reducing it down to 3. So you've got
And the sensor suites on the Valkyrie reduced that to 2.
So there are still electromagnetic eddies which are still interfering. So that sort of negates.
It's a wash.
It's a wash.
Okay.
All right. Can I use one of my values to spend a determination?
If you want to.
Always something to learn.
That is applicable.
All right. And this is, I'm assuming, reason science, or
I'm going to say reason.
insight science, maybe.
I'm going to allow you to choose between insight and reason.
Okay. Okay. Do I have a focus that applies?
Let me double check because this is fairly specific. So I'm gonna initially
Yeah.
Analysis, maybe. You know what? I'm gonna say analysis does.
And then
Okay.
I'm assuming for my assist it's going to be reason or insight engineering, because I'm coming at this from is this a computerized neural network?
Okay. Yep. So what? Yep. So you're looking at it. Is this alive? You're looking at it as if it's like a complicated optical data network or like kind of thing. Okay, yep.
Would my
Okay.
AI research apply in that?
You know what? I will say it does, because you know what neural networks look like, so you would be able to focus on the patterns of neural networks. So yes.
And sorry, is the complication range still 1?
At the moment, yes, but it is now going to be up to 4.
Just because you asked.
Yikes! Okay, then yeah, I'm definitely taking a momentum precautious.
Please do.
Mhm.
Okay.
And
You're-
what about the ship? What's the ship rolling here?
The ship will be rolling sensors.
Science.
Let's do medicine.
Oh, I got 8 successes!
Science, medicine. Okie doke.
Oh my god.
Oh,
It actually isn't loading for me yet.
Yeah, it's. And then go ahead and spend 2 momentum to kill that damn complication.
no, because
I don't
she
need to, I took
re-rolled it.
cautious.
Oh, right, you have cautious. Holy fuck.
So that's
So 6?
7,
I
9
have 8
with
successes.
that's
9 successes.
9 successes.
Tell me everything about this planet!
Okay, so as you can, as you examine the system, you see there are crystal deposits basically all over the planet. Some, most around where the energy was initially ejected have no power in them at all, but most of them, pretty much everywhere else within a few caves has at least some kind of energy level in them. They're not powering up. They're not, one doesn't have more, like, they're not increasing in power. They just have some power in them. As you examine, there doesn't seem to be like internal communications between these crystals. There doesn't seem to be any sentience within the as far as the crystals are not part of some kind of sentient being. Let's put it that way.
Okay.
And as far as Mzaka is concerned, there is not detecting any kind of neural network as far as the connections within the crystal structure. There seems to be very little in terms of connections between each of these crystal groups.
Saris, take your free question before I ask one.
I will take help with the questions because I'm a little stumped.
Well, then I'm going to ask my first question. You said that it's not a life form presently.
Yeah.
I would like to,
Sorry, go.
I was going to say, I want to just be sure to see, maybe this could be like a crystalline entity fetus or something that's been planted on this planet. Just to be on the safe side that we're not dealing with that.
Okay, so what? I will not count this as a question because I didn't quite clearly explain what I was trying to convey.
Okay.
What you're able to determine is that the crystals are not, they're not really joined and they're not connected to each other. So as far as you can tell, they're not part of some kind of.
Well, I'm talking about like each individual one. Like,
Okay.
I don't know, maybe the brood.
Okay, as far as the crystals themselves go, I'm gonna say that as you look at them and the information you're getting, that maybe the crystals aren't, but there is the energy inside them there seems to be something weird going on with that. That maybe the crystals aren't themselves, but they're sort of like a holding energy inside them, which is.
Okay. With my question then, can I see what kind of energy they're storing?
You're able to get a good. It's not really a form of energy that you're familiar with. It's basically something new and weird that you haven't seen before.
Fascinating.
Can we cross-reference for? I'm gonna spend one of the floating momentum because we got like 4 of them. I'm gonna spend one momentum in the SSTR to kind of cross-reference that energy with all known energy types in all the different databases. Have the computer kind of run through them. Like, is it something that is, for instance, could it be, if it's not something technological, maybe it's something biochemical, maybe it's something electrical, like any kind of phenomenon I can think of, from space entities to microbes.
As far as the energy concerns, it's closer to electrical than anything else.
Up to you, science officer. I got nothing.
I probably should switch to the medical bay, shouldn't I?
Or the bridge. I think we're on the bridge.
Zareth is like just fascinated. I'm definitely gonna like start cataloging as much information as I can.
Okay, so I will give you this as one of your questions, because you do believe that whatever's happening is that these crystals are basically the natural home for whatever is inside all these patients, and if you can, maybe they're trying to get home. That's what you would do if you were...
So it's a space phylactery? Captain, we got liches here.
Okay, I'm canceling it. I'm canceling the holodeck program.
That I will announce that idea as it kind of pops into my head. I'll just say it out loud. It could be that they were some sort of, not necessarily storage device, but almost a home, and perhaps what's in Dr. Zhar and her patient is the inhabitant of said home.
Give me 1 second. We still have free floating momentum,
so
right?
So you've asked your 1 free. I think you've used 2.
Two.
Yeah,
so
2.
And we still have 2 left.
So you've got 5. Yeah, so you've got 2 left.
Are the crystals replicatable? So they maybe I could put it next to the affected victims, and the energy will leave, and then we can beam the crystal down to the planet.
There are plenty of crystals on the planet that you've discovered that are empty. There's about 7.
Should we
that you can beam up.
Should we see if the others that are afflicted might be housing the other inhabitants? Or do we think that they are just floating out in space somewhere?
I think we should figure that out.
So where are you going now? Are you going to the medical bay to talk to Dr. Tran about this?
Go for it.
Yes.
Okay, so sick bay. Yeah, as you enter sick bay, Dr. Zhar's at a computer screen looking at. I'm not going to put their tokens on people, but he's looking at screens, going over in research his own scans and theories that he's been going through, not with little success, and he's just basically staring at going through some readings and pulling up another set of readings and comparing the two as you enter sick bay. He doesn't appear to notice your presence.
Who all went to sick bay?
I've been here.
Okay. I will definitely tell Stefan and Dr. Tran, the information that we gathered.
Okay.
Okay, as you get to disrupt Dr. Tran, he sort of reacts as he was so absorbed in what he was looking at and focused on the problem at hand that he didn't realize that you're there, and you startled him. He sort of found anything out?
We found quite a bit. It seems that the affliction that Dr. Zhar and what's the name of the other one?
Dr. Vren.
Dr. Vren are suffering might be I don't want to use the term parasite, but it's the only word that comes to mind at the moment.
I'm detecting no signs of any biological entity inside them. There's just this energy.
It may not be a sapient life form, but it seems to be some kind of, and I kind of just make like a flapping motion with my hand as if to say like something.
Is it possible we're actually dealing with some sort of energy virus?
That is possible.
An energy-based life form.
Wouldn't be the first time.
No, should have thought about that sooner.
We've dealt with a lot of energy-based life forms. Most of them have been sapient by some degree or other. It's entirely possible this one's mostly just evolved as an almost animalistic instinct.
So more like a photonic flea then.
Possible, yeah.
Or a rat. Well. Anyway, so I take it you have found something that might actually be useful in dealing with this.
It seems that the crystals on the planet are some sort of containment field or home for the energetic forms.
Well, that would explain why they're moving around, because they'd be so used to moving around in their natural environment, and not to mention that this probably is very humanoid body. It would be completely foreign to them, like us entering subspace.
So we were theorizing that it might be beneficial to retrieve some of the dormant crystals and seeing if the life form would return to them. Or energy form, I suppose.
That seems like a good idea. I'd be wanting to go home too if that is indeed the case. So, shall I await crystal samples then?
I just look towards the captain, like, Captain?
Well, I'm willing to take suggestions before I make a decision.
I could beam up a sample of a non-active crystal and put it into a quarantine field.
Yeah, I know. Let's get that done.
I just worry that if it does leave the body, it could be a violent affair.
If it doesn't leave the body, the doctor's unconscious.
I do not believe it will be a terribly violent affair. When I attempted to scan Dr. Zhar, a bolt of what appeared to be static electricity arced out and attempted to jump to me with no effect. However, I believe that may be the transmission vector for these life forms.
No, let's get a crystal going and let's see if we can get an idea of what it can do. If we're lucky, maybe we can get this thing to jump back to the crystal.
That would be ideal.
It might in fact prefer the crystals to an organic host, as they would be more conductive to the electricity, the energy.
Unless it's feeding from the host. Either way, we'll find out once we get the crystal.
Okay, one crystal coming up.
Thank you.
Give me a difficulty 2 control engineering check.
Oh, lovely.
Senses engineering from the Valkyrie to beam up a sample crystal.
I'm going to spend a momentum for an extra die.
Okay.
And
you get 2 from the Valkyrie.
Well, that's okay, because I didn't need it.
Okay, so you have 4 momentum spend. You successfully beam the crystal up. Do you want to save 1 momentum and then use the other 3?
I think that that using some of them to make sure that we have a whole and undamaged crystal would probably be a good idea.
I would say so, yeah. As perfect a specimen as we can manage.
Yeah, I guess.
All right, so you've still got one more momentum, because I'm saying that's an advantage that you created when beaming it up.
Okay.
Is there anything you want to know?
You know what? Just to be on the safe side, I'm going to take... Because if I remember correctly, you could do this. I want to take that extra momentum and then the one that we were going to store. Take those 2. I want to give our determination back to our science officer.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I think that's the thing the first officer can do, yeah.
Yeah.
But it might take 3 momentum instead of 2.
Yeah, I think it's 3 momentum. But it's something that either the captain or XO can do.
I think it's specifically the XO. I think the captain has a different ability.
Okay, well then the XO, if you guys can do that, so there is now 2 less momentum. So you're down to 4 momentum, and the science officer has their determination back after being...
Thanks. I'm feeling enlightened.
Excellent.
You scienced the hell out of that thing.
Yeah.
All right. So you beam the crystal up. It is a perfect sample. It's just the crystal. You you're able, as part of the determination, you were able to filter out all the dirt and other junk that's associated with it, and just get a full, unblemished, undamaged crystal in pristine condition.
Yes.
It's just an empty crystal staying there, doing nothing, lying on the ground.
Side
Let's
eye.
put it in one of those quarantine boxes.
Okay, get one of the glass bell jars and with a stick, put it in it.
just eyeing that
Okay,
crystal like doubt.
Do an insight security roll for me. Difficulty
And
two.
we're
Oh,
sure that there's no
crap.
energy within it, right?
He did say dormant, no energy in it. Yeah.
Okay, just making sure.
Yeah, but now I have to do insight security, so
Like, there's a possibility that
Hold
this
on,
thing could jump.
Never mind. You got this.
yeah, I got this.
You
I
are
was
very
gonna say-
certain that there is no threat in this crystal whatsoever.
I'm still touching it with a stick only.
I'm putting on some gloves and I'm putting it in the jar. God, it's science, come on.
Okay.
Sometimes I just like to make you roll to scare you a bit.
Yes, the old-fashioned perception roll.
Oh. You're so lucky that on Cassini the hard part is gone for right now.
All right, so I'm taking this over to the sickbay, which I assume is where we're going to be doing this study.
Mm-hmm. All right, so you take it into sick bay. Dr. Trown's there. He's got gloves on. He's got sort of like a non-conductive, like rubber kind of like kind of suit, I guess. It's sort of like mixed between like one of those sort of hazmat suits.
Oh, yeah. Or is he just like an EVA suit?
Like EVA, it's a variation on that. It's basically just an EVA suit, but
That's like the medical version?
yeah, like
Okay.
Pretty sure they're the same thing.
Yeah. I mean, multi-purpose, but yeah.
specifically designed to be non-conductive. Anyway, that's the point.
Okay.
So you,
I will set it down. I will step back and let him take lead.
all right.
I am going to be scanning everything with my tricorder.
Mhm.
Okay,
And
so,
I'm going to be scanning everything using the I'll use the onboard ship sensors. It's basically the ones inside the sickbay.
okay, so
I'll be ready
you're
to assist
using the
as I need to.
the medical system has its own scanners in it anyway. So that'll just be assistance via the Valkyrie, which will be census medicine. How close to Zareth will you be when you're
Not close.
Behind like 4 force fields.
Behind like a blast shield.
Okay, so
Behind the X-ray paddle that they always tell you it's perfectly fine, and the doctor says behind the wall.
so I'm going to say
I throw
that.
down one of the cover shields from Stowe, and now you're stuck in place.
So I'm going to say that you're able to there's the medical office. It looks down onto there, so you're able to scan through there. It's going to be
Cool.
there's going to be some slight issues with that, which is what I'm going to spend the last of my thread on to increase the complication range. But
To what?
it's a 3 now. So it'll be 18, 19, and 20.
Okay.
And it'll be difficulty 3. Tran will use a momentum. Yes.
I'll
I
assist
would
if I can.
also like a momentum.
You can't use one assisting. It's only 1 die.
Oh, that's right. Okay, because it's a scan, right? never mind.
Yes. Baz, can I assist with my medicine skill?
So how are you like the doctor's basically the doctor basically has to place the crystal in what he determines the most medically appropriate place. So how are you going to be assisting that?
The same way a nurse would, basically, or a medical assistant, or.
All right, so I will. Let's do insight medicine.
Okay.
For you.
Okay, got it. Any focus apply?
No, I'm not gonna. I don't think observational or whatever your other focuses would apply.
Okay.
Let me just double check though. Yeah, no.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is it for me?
For you, it'll just be a reason science.
Okay, and does my analysis come into play?
I'll say yes for your analysis.
Can you spend momentum to undo my mistake?
Okay. And if you need like kind of an idea of what I'm doing, I'm basically trying to make sure that the energy signature doesn't go rogue into the room, and to kind of just keep an eye on it.
Okay, yeah, so you're just basically keeping an eye on it, making sure what it's doing. So I'm rolling.
Nope.
Whoa. Okay, so 2 complications from Dr. Tran. Let me just double check. What does he have in terms of? I think he's got.
Yeah. What are his values?
So he would have cautious. I'm pretty sure I gave him cautious. So I will re-roll one of those dice.
Isn't cautious any number of dice?
No, it's 1.
It's 1. So he's got 1 success. 2 insight. Actually, the 16 would be going.
But does he have a value he could use here?
He probably would. So I'm going to retcon and say that he used his determination as well, because that would be the
His value is I haven't even finished my residence yet.
Yeah. No, like Dr. Tran is the CMO of the Nomad, so he's well experienced, but yeah, there was
the resident in the corner is electrocuted.
Yeah.
All right, so that is going to be 2, 4 plus. Yeah, that's it. So you get 1 momentum back, and if you want to use it, you can cancel out the other momentum. So
let's do it.
Yeah.
I feel bad. We never get to give Baz any threat from complications.
I don't.
Well, you can always give me threat by rolling extra dice. So if you want to do that, you're more than welcome to.
Oh, don't ever put me there. That's my specialty.
Oh, don't.
Or by using bold.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So as the doctor, like, there's actually a bit of fumbling as the doctor as Fran takes the thing from it was from the Captain Tedesco, and he sort of fumbles it around a bit before almost dropping it on the patient before grabbing a hold, and taking a moment he steadies himself, composes, and places it basically direct skin contact, basically just on the chest area, sort of around the belly, really. And as Thesaurus can actually see that there is now some energy inside the crystal where there wasn't before. Whatever was in there is now inside the crystal. But for now, Dr. Zhar is still a bit unconscious.
Well, she'll probably need time to recuperate.
We still should do a full scan on her.
I would just to be on the safe side, maybe compare a trill neurological energy with what's in the crystal.
Mm-hmm. No, I concur, absolutely.
We're not putting our
Alright,
doctor into a
so
phylactery.
Dr. Tran will be rolling 2d20 with assist from Thesaurus Reason Science, and we'll see if...
and it's just a regular complication range?
Yeah, regular complication range, because I'm out of threat.
It's okay, we're out of momentum.
Hey!
Not anymore.
So that is...
That too had to be a crit.
I'm just deciding whether he has a focus. I can't... think he had... Yeah, no, this will be it. So that's all up a 4 success, and it was actually a 2 difficulty, so you guys get 2 momentum. And it's... I take it you're just checking the scan. What's
Making sure that our doctor is still in her body.
Yeah, as far as you can see from the scans that have been taken place by Dr. Zhar and Dr. Tran, this is the energy life form. There is no neural pattern or there's been no change from what doctor would expect in there if everything worked out properly.
In other words, our doctor is still our doctor.
The doctor is still the doctor. I will. Let's do another scan.
Let's stick that thing in a non-conductive box.
I'm just going to do another scan. Can someone do a senses medicine for the Valkyrie?
Yep, hang on.
And that is...
I've been rolling well enough for the ship, just don't ask me to roll for myself.
So that's another momentum. The doctor has undergone like a lot of pressure, but they will, as it stands now, that things will they will come around naturally in, say, a couple of hours.
Should we attempt the same thing on her former patient?
Until we figured out what effect it's had on her. Probably not.
Permission to beam this soul gem down to the planet?
Denied. I want to figure out what's going to happen first. We may need it.
It creeps me out.
So as far as so you're putting it back into basically what amounts to a Faraday cage.
Yeah, we're putting it in isolation.
In isolation, there doesn't, as far as you can tell, it's staying inside the crystal. There's no real attempts for it to leave.
I don't know. Until we know what happens to the doctor.
The doctor is, as I said, the doctor will naturally recover on their own. They're fine for now. But they will come to consciousness in a couple of hours, just naturally.
And that gives us time to figure out what the hell's going on that planet. If someone else has any suggestions?
I'm sticking with photon torpedo, Captain.
Okay, just because I did it my first mission doesn't mean we can solve every problem with explosions.
Maybe I can try and talk to it.
Have we even established any kind of intelligence from this creature?
The only person who would know is unconscious for the next couple of hours.
Yeah.
Give me insight security since Thesaurus, if you could.
Actually, hold on. Before you roll, I have a talent that may prove useful.
Ooh.
My collaboration skill, but I need to look that up. And
Yeah, so what that allows you to do is give them your security, if that's the collaboration security version you have, and they
it is.
get to
Then you get one of your
choose
focuses,
one of your
right?
focuses as well.
Yes.
Yep.
So you can use my security discipline, which is 5, and
Okay.
and
So I
one
would
of
be
my
basically
focuses.
rolling insight science.
Do they get your security, or do they just get a
They
just get the focus?
get the security.
They get the discipline and one of my focuses.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, and that's a cost for 1 momentum, which is totally worth it.
So-
That's
Oh
fair.
hell yeah!
What
Hell yeah!
what focuses do you have that might apply?
If this is an insight check, which it kind of sounds like, then observation might apply.
Yeah, I am going
I have
to,
that as a focus.
Yeah, observation will apply as a focus, so you will.
Oh no, my
Get that anyway.
security is 4. Sorry.
Your security is 4.
Yes.
Mhm.
So a insight security check.
All right, 2 dice.
2
Yes?
dice. With focus.
One success.
No, 2.
2.
That's a crit.
Focus.
Oh yes, 2 success. Yes.
So what is
I
your
see.
insight? Sorry.
10.
10. Okay.
So 14 was the number I
Yeah.
was looking for.
Okay, so that is not a success, but you do get 2, and from your observations, it is not acting like an intelligent. It is just acting on instinct, for want of a better word. It's as suggested. It's more like an electric animal than a true intelligence.
That doesn't mean it's not. It doesn't have some kind of intelligence, though, right?
They're I mean, as much as dogs or cats or
Yeah, animal
Right.
level.
animal level.
Okay.
Probably less than that. I mean, we're not saying it's like a parrot or a raven. We're saying more it's like kind of like a house cat.
That's racist.
All right.
What is your reason, by the way, Anzaka?
My reason score is 10.
Yeah, see, house cats are actually pretty smart.
Oh my god. That's actually
Racist.
Mazaka just gets in a huff and gets on one of the beds and sits. She's glaring at Ted DeChesco now.
But
I
not
didn't
to try
say
to
that.
alphabetic bed.
It's out of character. It's not really happening.
Well, I still want to watch this thing while we're waiting for the doctor to wake up.
I mean, you got people for that.
We got hypo sprayed for that.
I'd rather have the doctor wake up naturally just to make sure there's no neurological damage.
You can have Dr. Transcan for neurological damage if you want that.
Please, actually, yeah.
So, shall he use momentum? This will be a difficulty 2.
Yeah, he could probably do it.
So
The
is
ship
that
could
an
probably assist since he's in sick bay.
yeah?
Yes.
Yeah. There's something about the ships. If you're doing medicine checks in sickbay.
Don't you have to be the CMO though for that?
He is a CMO,
Just not-
well, it
but it's
has to be our CMO.
Or
Because
does
it's their
he?
sick bay.
it's something specific about sickbay. I remember that.
I think it's just
It's under the chief medical officer thing.
No, I think it's under the starship thing. That's why I'm looking, because I was looking in the class section. It wasn't there.
This book needs a glossary.
It hasn't.
so for anyway. I'm
That's here.
rolling for him. He actually only gets 1 success. Can someone do a senses medicine for the ship?
Yeah, I got it. Hang on.
Please do.
Sensors medicine for the ship and
1.
Perfect.
booyah.
All right. So as far as Dr. Tran can tell from using the ship's facilities, that there is no neurological damage, as far as he can tell.
And yeah, no, we may have to wake her up. But it sounds like everyone has everything in order. I'm gonna head back to the bridge and see what the heck's going on, outside the ship.
Mm-hmm.
Would you like me to come with you, Captain, to make sure that nothing strange is happening on the planet?
Actually, I think I got this one. I used to do your job, so I think I can get back to it for a little bit.
Captain, may I remind you
Just-
of Starfleet regulations?
I'm not
Please
going down
don't
to the planet.
rearrange my Elcars.
I will do it from my chair. No, I'm not going to touch your other. No, I'm not going back to that planet. I'm just going to go back to the bridge and do a scan and see what's going on.
Oh.
Yeah. There's no reason for me to go down there and do anything right now. But yeah, no.
And I found the thing, and it didn't apply. It's for combat.
But yeah, no, actually, no, because the Zareth, if you do want to come with me, that's fine. But I mean, it sounded like you wanted to keep an eye on this creature.
I
This,
would, yes.
Energy
but
entity. Yeah,
If you need me, just let me know.
absolutely.
Captain, I will keep a constant transporter lock on you, okay?
He's on the
I am
bridge.
Just going
going
to
to
the
the bridge.
Oh.
In case we need to beam you off the bridge to the transporter room.
Directly into somewhere else on the ship.
I can walk, but thank you.
I totally... This is what happens when you don't listen.
Meanwhile, the captain's like, am I wearing a red shirt here? What's going on?
I mean, I am, but
Oh.
I'm going up to the bridge to do my job on the bridge. You go down to the planet.
I thought you were going down... Oh.
No, that's what I
No,
thought.
nobody's going down to the planet right now. That's no. Mm-mm. Yeah, I'm going up to the bridge and I'm going to see what's going on the using the ship sensors to see what's going on down on the planet.
All right.
And I would also like someone to go along and have someone just check on the status of all the other people we beamed out from the planet, just in case.
At that mention, Dr. Tran actually like I sort of go wide and runs out to check on the people that are in the cargo bay. As he sort of
Yeah. Stefan, you want to go with him?
he's like already out the door, so if he's running.
Stefan, you want to go follow him?
Yeah. I will accompany him, Captain.
Sounds good. I will see you on the bridge.
All right, so I'm not going to make you guys do a roll for the crew, for the rest of the patients. Dr. Tran looks over them, takes scans, and looks at them, and everything seems to be they're pretty much stable as they've been. Nothing has particularly changed. Maybe a bit of deterioration, but nothing long term as yet. No imminent crashes or anything like that.
Yeah, that's a relief.
So let's go back to the bridge and have the captain do some science, shall we?
Alrighty, time to get back to my old ballpark. I get up to one of those spare terminals.
Okay,
What if I went to look to the back?
assume Roxon will be there as well, so she will be able to assist you.
I'm walking at ease. Captain's gotta get some science done. Crack my knuckles. Ow. Okay, I'll do that again.
Aris slightly laughs.
It's been a while. But yeah, let's get some science going.
Alright, so reason science. Aris will do some insight science. And,
Alright, what's the difficulty?
The difficulty will be 3. Actually, no, 1. Because of the...
Difficulty 1?
Difficulty 1.
Okay. Reason science. Let's see. Do I have any? I don't think I have any applicable foci.
Is the ship rolling as well?
The ship
I
is
would imagine
rolling
so.
well, sense of science.
I'm using your science.
You want to do that one book for me? For the ship?
Sure.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm just gonna have to make a straight
that
roll.
was Roxon. Okay.
Yeah. So reason science for the captain.
I'm mad.
Use a value?
Actually,
Well,
I
it's
do have
difficulty
it.
one, so the ship did.
Yeah, no, I have to get one in order for the successes to
Oh,
count.
that's true.
So yeah, I actually have a value that may work here.
Oh.
I'm going to say science is a benefit and should be used benevolently.
But unfortunately, you punched the
I'm
console.
going to say that this counts. So you get to re-roll both.
All right. And what's the roll for the ship?
Sense of science.
Okay.
Alrighty, let's do this.
All right, got it.
Don't screw me.
Oh, you got it. Never mind.
Okay,
goodness.
so that's
Sorry.
4, so you get 3 momentum.
I type it out and I accidentally pull up a
Hey.
video. Like, it's been a while. Okay. I go right back to what I was doing.
Video pops up, it's cats as Mazaka walks in.
Swipe.
Like the Broadway musical? Or...
No, like internet cats.
No, it's the Broadway musical sung by internet cats.
Oh.
It's Jingle Cats.
It's Catception.
Okay, so as you, as the Valkyrie senses once again focus on that crystal, it is actually, as you watch, getting close to being full as best you can guess with the information that you've collated, and as you watch, you see the energy dissipate in like a giant EMP sort of blast. The energy, nothing seems to have happened.
Makes me wonder if this is just part of the normal life cycle of this planet.
It would make it exceedingly dangerous for people to live there.
I will note
downside.
that no other crystals has this kind of pattern. This is the only one that's getting energy in and releasing it.
Okay, I did it. So it's drawing energy from the surroundings, or
There is spend a momentum if you want me to.
yeah, no, let's go for it. Spend momentum.
Okay, so as this question finally hits, you sort of look and realize that there is actually some kind of small power generator hooked up to the crystal. That's feeding energy into it.
Hooked
Whose
up to
bright
it,
idea was that?
or did the crystal grow over it?
It's hooked up to it. It's someone is purposely feeding energy into it.
Oh,
We
boy.
missed that because I rolled a 0 and a complication on my roll.
Can I scan to see if that's Federation technology?
Please do.
Okay. You know what? I'm going to say because the scan, I'll just give this to you. It is Federation technology.
Oh, for fuck's sakes.
Is it the same kind of technology we ran into last time?
No.
Or it's kind of Fetty, but it's
no,
not really
this
Fetty?
is a standard Federation tech.
I'm beaming that generator into the cargo hold.
Okay.
Be careful. We're not entirely sure what'll happen if we disconnect the power source from the crystal.
It's got to be better than what it's doing to the crystal. It could be harming them.
That's entirely true, but
Okay, so let's give a difficulty 2 engineering task control.
Okay.
Supported by
put the
Sensors
generator under
Engineering.
quarantine.
Yes, of course.
Sensors engineering for the Valkyrie.
And I'm going to also have Kachara monitor this
I gotta fix
down
that
in the-
complication range.
down in the transporter room. So I'm going to have my supporting character assist my main character. So, Ah, lovely.
Okay, so
Let's let that complication ride.
We're on that. And okay, yeah, two momentum, kill that momentum.
I don't know. It'd be more interesting if you let it go.
All right, fine. I'm following my captain's lead here.
Okay, so you get 3 momentum, so you get an extra question about it. But the complication is that as you beam the power supply up, you're interrupting something within it, and it sort of explodes.
Does it hurt anyone?
It explodes inside the Valkyrie.
Well, it explodes
inside the Valkyrie.
It's
inside
not,
the containment.
It's not. Yeah, so it's inside the containment, and it's not a huge explosion, but it's an explosion. So there's no. I'm not going to count this as a breach. I'm not going to count it as a breach, but
yeah, it had a security field around it. It didn't do that. It's
yeah,
just like the floor is a little blackened and there's some smoke in there.
Yeah.
And I take my chair and I slowly pivot over to Mzaka over here. Well.
Shh.
So you do have a free floating momentum to spend, by the way.
Let's can we see what effect this had on the crystal down on the surface?
The energy level of the crystal has stabilized. It's not getting any more energy. The level has.
It's stabilized, but is it going to start bleeding off energy?
It's the energy level stable. It's not losing. It's not gaining.
Maybe check to see if something came with the power source.
That's true.
Yeah, I guess I'll
run a diagnostic.
Yeah. Well, actually, this feels like something the science officer should do, not the engineer.
Well, then I will let our science officer know what happened.
That is very distressing. I'll be right there.
Thank you. And I'm still glaring at my chief engineer.
It stabilized the crystal.
We were supposed to learn about the generator.
We learned that it went boom.
Why does everything on the ship? Why does everything on the ship need to explode?
What am I rolling?
Okay, this will be let's do insight science because you're trying to figure out stuff about the.
All right.
And I'd like to assist.
This will be actually difficulty 4 because, like, the explosion has gotten rid of a lot of evidence that you would normally expect. So you got to try and think outside the box to.
Chief engineer and assistant chief. Chief and
Does
assistant chief engineer assist.
I'm assisting too.
And the ship.
Does the does the sensor suite lower the difficulty?
I'm going to say because this is an internal scan. Yes, I will allow.
No, because that suite's exterior sensors.
We have internal sensors too.
Yeah, but they're not boosted.
Yeah,
They're standard.
That's right. Yeah, so it's just the basically the outward-looking scanners that are boosted by the. That's what I'm gonna roll anyway.
Okay.
So it's still difficulty 4.
So difficulty 4.
So apart from the ship, I'm only going to allow one other person to assist.
I got it.
You got it.
Since it's an internal scan, can we do sensor security for the ship?
Yes, I will allow that because this is basically a forensics examination. So this is like, yeah, I'll allow that.
Okay.
Give me that roll.
All right. And does my analysis or survival or observation apply?
I will allow your focus to apply.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Can I take one for cautious?
Go for it.
I could take 3.
1. Well, no, it's 4, right? Difficulty 4.
Yeah.
Okay, then yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'm gonna re-roll one of those 0.
Oh, come on!
It's up to you,
Yes.
Sarah.
Oh,
Yeah!
yes! You got the 4.
I am
Okay.
so out of my element. It's been a while.
So there is. You find just the barest traces of a genetic sample that that you're able to collect.
Next
Is
time,
it
yes.
like an energy signature or like a biological sample?
It's DNA, so it's biological. It's someone who used this, the engine, the power supply. So,
Okay, that was not what I was expecting.
But we'll take it.
Yeah. Okay. So that was, I guess, my free question.
So, well, that was the result of the scan. So that's what you found. So you get to ask.
Okay.
your free
Okay.
question.
So. Okay, for my free question then, can I determine the species?
I'm. You know what? Because, yeah, I'm gonna say you can because as you collect the DNA sample, you basically run it through.
Run it through like through like the
Start from the
medical
database.
whatever
Yeah,
database. Yeah.
Yes, metal, and it comes back trill.
Well, that narrows it
Oh
down.
boy.
I just looked to the captain.
Well then. Glad they're already in our custody.
And it's a shame we can't ask them all of the questions that we should.
But there are no other trill. There is only the Dr. Vern, who is a trill. Just so you're absolutely clear that you are
that's
right.
what. Yeah, no, that's what. Are there any other trill on the Nomad?
They wouldn't have had time to set up the generator.
That's true.
From what you know, they arrived just as you did, so the likelihood that they were there is infinitesimal.
As far as we know.
As far as you know.
And we know that this trill, Dr. Vren,
Vren.
was part of like a
V-R-E-N.
Vren. Yeah, Vren. Was part of like a scouting mission or something like that.
As like you haven't, no one's actually looked up the records of the thing, but he, as far as you can tell, he was one of the planetary survey team, the colonizing.
Okay. Is Safan still in sickbay?
No, Safan is with the other ship's doctor. Followed him out.
Okay. Lieutenant Commander Thazareth to Lieutenant Commander Safan.
Safan here. Go ahead.
We discovered some troubling evidence, and I don't wish to jump to conclusions, but the crystal that we discovered by the hut on the planet seemed to have been hooked up to a generator of some sort, and we found traces of Trill DNA on the remains of the generator.
Well,
The
if we had
logical deduction would be that the single Trill on the among the planetary survey team is responsible for the generator's placement.
That's what I was thinking. Is there any way that you could get a personnel file for the doctor?
I will see what I can do.
Thank you.
And I'll turn to the other ship's doctor and say, Doctor, if you will excuse me, I have business I must attend to.
Commander? He basically just nods at you as he's in the middle of whatever he's doing. He's not paying you much attention really at all.
No, that's fine. I'm going to make my way to a security station. I'm going to assume there's someplace between where I am and the bridge where I could do this research and look up this record?
There is I'm not really sure where, but you find a computer terminal that you can use.
Yeah.
Let me double check.
If nothing else, like my personal office.
What deck were you on?
It was in medicine, so 6.
Cargo bay.
Oh no, cargo bay. Let's say 2.
Okay. Cargo bay 2. Okay, I'll find it. I'll get you your information.
All right, and yeah, I'll do a search of Starfleet's database for records on this doctor, like what he was doing here, past assignments.
Okay, so you bring up the Dr. Vren's personal file, the file, Starfleet file. It mentions that he was part of the Trill symbiosis, but left. There isn't much detail about why and what happened.
Interesting.
But he left. He chose to leave. Whether or not that was forced or, something happened, you don't know.
Or it.
Yeah. Whether he resigned or was
wording.
asked to resign. Yeah.
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 So something like that happened, and it basically he joined the. Basically just got on a ship and got reassigned to one of these survey teams. He's had some issues in the past by doing not so much unsanctioned, not in terms of illegal or anything, just he didn't clear things with his superiors when he probably should have.
Ooh, fun.
Fantastic.
He's sort of a some kind of not a rogue, but a
loose cannon.
Loose cannon, yeah.
And by the way, for Don, checking over the Akira schematics, Cargo Bay 2 is right next door to where we built our Arboretum. And you did this in the Marine Deployment Transporter Room.
That works. All right.
So that's the information you get. Yeah, so...
Safan to Thazareth.
Thazareth here.
Commander, I have reason to believe that this is not this doctor's first occasion to have run afoul of Starfleet regulations. In this particular case, I think it would be fair to say that he, through his negligent actions, jeopardized the safety of the survey team, as well as our crew.
As well as whatever these energy forms are.
Indeed.
I look to the captain, who I'm assuming is right close to me and can probably hear this whole conversation. Oh no, did we lose our captain?
I think.
Sorry, a little bit of lag. What was that again?
I'm just looking to you, assuming you heard the conversation.
I didn't. I had a big old spike.
Ooh.
Oh, geez. Okay.
Just to recap, what Safan found, which relayed to Thazareth.
Thazareth, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
No, I can say it. It's just I don't know why they're similar enough, and I blame the cat guy there.
Because you're a space racist.
Yes, that's exactly. But yeah, basically what you found out is this guy had some genetic. It's likely we found some Trill genetics on the generator that blew up, as you beamed it in. And doing some research, Safan found that he is basically a loose cannon who's done research and other things without going through the quite proper channels to do so.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, a kindred spirit.
Yeah, except this one endangers lives.
And based on that, Captain, I would suggest we place that doctor under arrest.
Unfortunately, yeah, but I'd like to speak with him, please. Before we do so.
He is
Well,
still
he's unconscious.
Let's wake him up.
He still has the thing inside him, by the way.
And let's get it out of him. Jesus Christ. No, seriously, we should get that thing out of him and then wake him up and then just find out why he wanted to do it and then place him under arrest.
One could call it karma.
Mm-hmm. We're still going to save his life. We're still Starfleet.
I know.
All right, so you call in. I presume you're going to do this with the crystal that you got from Dr.
We're going
Zhar.
to get a different crystal, another one that's...
Yeah, we're
okay.
going to do a different one.
All right,
Yeah.
so to save worrying about, I'm just going to say that you beam up one without any problems. It's an empty crystal in the area. There's 5 others left. 6 others left. Wait, no, you beamed up 2 empty crystals, so this will be 5 left, apart from this one. And let's do the roll to see how well...
Should be lower difficulty because we know what to do this time.
Yeah, actually, this is where we're going to have to leave it for today.
Oh, yeah. Now it's late.
We're getting
dear.
up to the end, so we'll leave what happens with the removal of this thing from inside Dr. Vren till next week when maybe Sarah can actually be here.
Yeah.
And not just in spirit.
All right, so
Yeah.
thank you for joining us, everyone. Hope you enjoyed. We'll see the crew of the Valkyrie. We'll see you next week. But Q has been up to some shenanigans, and we're going to have a special April Fool's Day episode of the Cassini Project. So keep an eye out for those.
Mm-hmm.